and welcome to our channel. I am Laura and I'm here to demonstrate the McGill Big 3 for you. So these are the top 3 core exercises to reduce and prevent lower back pain, as well as rehab mild to moderate back issues. So I'm going to take you through the 3 exercises, which are bird dog, side plank, and the crunch. So I'm going to talk you through, so follow me. Right, the foundation of everything is your core. So when I say navel to spine or engage your core, this means imagining there's a string from your belly button through the back of your spine and you are pulling it. Therefore, your tummy is sucking in. Also, a bonus is if you activate your pelvic floor, and yes, everyone has a pelvic floor. So what you're going to think of is zipping up that tight pair of jeans. That activates the pelvic floor. So exercise 1 is the bird dog. So we're going to go down into all fours. So your hands are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. Your head is elongation of the spine, so you're thinking long through the top of your head. Now your back remains flat. We don't want any tilting. So you're imagining that there is a tray of drinks on your back and it remains there. So if you're doing any tilting, that will fall off. So to start, if you can't do the full exercise just yet, this is how we start. We're going to slide our middle finger and our big toe forward and back, so opposite arm to leg. So this is how we start, just to get things going. We are going to then advance from that. We're going to take the toe and the finger off, and we're going to go into a line. Now, if you have a mirror at home, it's a great idea to look in it. So what we're aiming for is a long line from your fingertips to your toe, like so. Okay, again with your core engaged. And the tray is not tipping off, the tray is firmly on your back. So what we're going to do is alternate. And we're going to hold here for 3 to 5 seconds and then down. So taking it up, you hold for 3 to 5 seconds. If you feel spicy, you can do 10 and then down. So that is the bird dogs. That's exercise 1. However, if you have knee problems, not a problem. What we're going to do is hold onto a wall and then we're going to do exactly the same. Core engaged. We're going to drive the hand and leg back, opposite arm to leg, and then in. I'm going to show you on the wall. So we're going to go back and down. Again, holding that at the top for 3 to 5 seconds. Down again. 3 to 5 seconds. And down. So that's the bird dog. Number 2. The side plank. So this is the modified version. We're going to go on our elbow. So your elbow needs to be under your shoulder. Your hips are stacked, knees are stacked, and your toes are stacked. We're going to lift up off the floor, and then this is elevated. It's lifted up. It's not sagging. We're lifting up. So you can either have your hand here or have your hand here. And we're going to hold here for 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, again, navel to spine, core engaged, pelvic floor activated. When we can get to 90 seconds, what we're going to do is advance it, and we're going to go into the full version, which is like so. So the top leg is in front. Again, you can have your hand here or here, core engaged, making sure you're flat. And then holding here, lifted off the side, like so. Making sure that you do that both sides so that we're equal. Exercise number 3 is the crunch. So, lying on the floor. Ooh, having said that, if you have elbow or shoulder injuries, here's an alternative to the side plank. So you're placing your arm there, you're on your side, so your hips, knees and ankles are stacked. Place your hand behind your head. You're going to take a deep breath in. On your exhale, you're going to crunch up to the side and down, up and down. So you want to be doing 4 to 12 reps depending on what you need. Okay, so that's the modified side plank again, making sure that you do it both sides so you're equal. Next, the crunch. So we're going to lie on our backs, core activated. We're not going to have our knees up because our back is too flat. We're not going to have our legs out because our lumbar spine is too curved. What we're going to do is do one leg up and one leg out. If you want to put your hands under your back, you can do it. This is also a sensory thing. If you have rotator cuff injuries or niggles, just place your hands down by your side. You're going to take a deep breath in. On your exhale, you're going to curve up, and then you're going to hold here for 3 seconds, and then back down. Inhale, exhale as we go up, and then down. Again, 4 to 12 reps, depending on your needs. So they are your 3 exercises of the McGill Big 3. I will see you again soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.